Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the next in my little series of videos, all designed to help you become a better presenter on camera, because when you're making videos like this, that's the most important bit. It's you. You've got to be comfortable, confident on camera, relaxed enough to show your personality so people get to know you, like you, trust you, maybe even follow you and buy some of your stuff. But in order to get all that done, you've got to be warm and friendly on camera. So how do you do that? Because that's the bit that people find really hard. When we do coaching with people and teach people how to make their own videos, that's where they clam up as soon as you put a camera in front of their face. And you might even be looking at this video right now going, yeah, that's me, I do that. So how do you relax on camera enough to show your personality and let all the magic come out? Well, that's what this series is all about. And there are links here so you can go and see the other videos in this series, or I'll put the links at the end of the video too. But here's a little tip that I learned years ago when I used to work on the radio. And I used to be a radio presenter back then on breakfast radio, on regional radio in the UK. And in fact, it was the first professional gig I had on air was as a breakfast presenter. So I had a lot to learn really fast. And I found it really hard when I got to do the longer links on air, where I was talking about something topical, something in the news, or just talking about something that was a bit more complicated. I found those links came across really wooden and stiff because I found it really hard imagining I was talking to a real person. Because all I had was a microphone and an empty room to talk to. There was no one really there, even though there was someone listening at the other end. So one of the great coaches that I was working with when I was learning how to do breakfast radio said to me, look, why don't you ask one of the sales guys or one of the news guys to come into the studio when you're doing one of those more complicated pieces, even though they don't have to answer or reply or respond. Just by you having a real human being in front of you will help you to relax and feel like you're talking to a real person, because you are. And then over time, you won't need that real person anymore. You can just imagine they're there. And that's exactly what I did. And it worked to the point where I could imagine my listener rather than having to have a real person in front of me. And it works when you're talking to camera too, because it's the same thing. I'm talking to a real human being now, which is you. I can't see you, but I know you're there. I'm pretending right now I'm talking to a real person who's watching this video at some point down the line, and that's you. So if you find that concept really hard to get your head around, why not invite a real person in when you're filming your video? Get a friend or a partner to come and stand or sit behind the camera, and then suddenly you've got a real person to talk to. Even though you're still talking down the lens and talking to camera, there's a real person off there in your peripheral vision, and suddenly you'll relax and you'll start showing your personality off. And as we know, that's where the magic happens. Now, this is just one of a series of techniques that I use to help people become confident and relaxed on camera. So make sure you go and check out some of the other videos in this series, and to make sure you don't miss out on the next one, which is really important, a really important thing that you need to get right to become a great presenter. We'll deal with that next time. So make sure you hit follow, click the notification bell so you don't miss out. And I'll see you next time for more like this. Have a great day. Bye.